The ring light reflects in the center of my pupils like a pair of artificial suns, blinding and cold. It's a cheap, plastic halo clamped onto the edge of a mahogany table that costs more than my first car. And it is currently buzzing with a frequency only I seem to hear. It's about vitality, Regina, Marcus says, his fingers dancing over the screen of his phone, swiping up, swiping up, swiping up. It's about the chaotic energy, the raw, unpolished vibe. He stops swiping and looks at me. He is 27 years old, wearing a hoodie that looks like it was salvaged from a dumpster but actually retails for $600. He is the new chief digital officer. "You just don't get TikTok," he says, snapping the phone screen off. The darkness of the glass reflects my own face back at me. Tight jaw, impeccable cocoa skin smoothed by decades of retinols and hydration, and eyes that suddenly look tired. And because you don't get the platform, you can't steer the ship. The client needs viral. You're giving them vintage. The word hangs in the air-conditioned chill of the conference room. Vintage. I am Regina Vance. I am 64 years old. I have been the executive creative director of Sterling & Moss for 19 years. I walked into this building when ad copy was typed on IBM Selectrics and pasted onto boards with hot wax. I have survived 3 mergers: the death of print, the rise of the internet, and the Great Recession. I have won Lions in Cannes and Clios in New York. I have built campaigns that made people cry in subway stations and buy cars they couldn't afford. I am not vintage. I am the foundation this glass tower rests on. But right now, my hands are folded on top of a manila envelope that slid across the table 30 seconds ago. The paper feels heavy, the grain thick under my fingertips. It's the only physical thing in a room full of clouds and streams and digital projections. "So," I say, my voice steady, low, vibrating in my chest rather than my throat. I learned long ago that high pitch betrays emotion. Low pitch commands the room. Because I refuse to let our luxury automotive client participate in a dance trend set to a song with explicit lyrics, I am being transitioned. Marcus doesn't flinch. He just offers a sympathetic, pitying smile, the kind you give a child who has dropped their ice cream. "It's a pivot, Regina. We're pivoting to a creator-first economy. We need digital natives." I look to my right. David, the CEO, is studying the grain of the wood table as if it holds the secrets of the universe. He's my age. We started together. We've shared dinners, secrets, and the trenches of pitch wars. He won't look me in the eye. The silence stretches, thick and suffocating. The air conditioner vents hiss above us, a white noise that usually fades into the background, but today sounds like a snake uncoiling. I can smell David's cologne, sandalwood, and expensive guilt. "I see," I say. I don't scream. I don't throw the water pitcher that is sweating condensation onto the coaster near my elbow. I don't list my accolades or remind them that the vintage campaign I ran last quarter is the only reason our Q3 earnings weren't in the toilet. I simply tighten my core. It's a physical reaction, a steeling of the spine I learned from my mother, who cleaned floors in buildings like this so I could sit in the boardroom. Never let them see you bleed, baby girl. You swallow that blood and you smile. My heart is hammering against my ribs, a chaotic, wet rhythm that feels entirely too loud. I wonder if they can see the pulse jumping in the hollow of my throat. I reach for my water glass, my movement deliberate, slow. The condensation is freezing against my palm. The shock of the cold helps ground me. "The package is generous," David finally mumbles, still talking to the table. "Full severance. Continued health care for 18 months. We're framing it as an early retirement, a celebration of your legacy." A celebration, I repeat. The word tastes like copper. I look at the glass wall of the conference room. Beyond it, the open plan office is a hive of activity. young bodies, mostly white, some Asian, a few black faces that look terrified, are hunched over laptops or huddled in beanbag chairs. They are wearing headphones. They are drinking oat milk lattes. They are the digital natives. They look soft, unformed, like dough that hasn't risen yet. "I'm not retiring, David," I say softly. David finally looks up. His eyes are watery, red-rimmed. He looks older than me today, grayer. He looks like a man who has sold something he can't buy back. "Regina, the board decided—" "The board you chair," I interject. Marcus clears his throat, tapping his fingernail against the plastic ring light. Click, click, click. The sound is maddening. It's like a countdown. "We need the office vacated by the end of the day," Marcus says, his tone breezy, efficient. "Security protocol for senior leadership transitions, standard stuff. We'll have IT wipe the devices." I turn my head slowly to look at him. I don't blink. I channel every ounce of authority I have cultivated over 40 years. I let the silence weigh on him until he shifts in his Herman Miller chair, the mesh creaking under his weight. "I created the passwords, Marcus. I built the server architecture for the creative archives before you were out of diapers." He blinks, his smile faltering for a microsecond. "Right. Well, just protocol." I stand up. The movement is sudden enough that David flinches. My knees pop, a dull, dry sound that echoes in my own ears, a reminder of the time, the physical toll of sitting in these chairs for 12 hours a day. I smooth the front of my silk blouse. It's emerald green. I wore it because it makes me feel like money. Now it feels like a costume. I pick up the envelope. It feels like a brick. "I will pack my things," I say. "HR is waiting outside to escort you," Marcus says, eager to wrap this up, eager to get back to his scrolling. "I don't need an escort," I say, my voice dropping another octave, turning to Frost. "I know the way. I designed the floor plan." I turn my back on them. I can feel their eyes on my spine. I can feel the relief radiating off David, the eagerness radiating off Marcus. The air in the room feels thinner, sharper, as if the oxygen has been sucked out by the sheer injustice of it. I walk to the glass door. My hand hovers over the brushed steel handle. The metal is cool, indifferent, fired. The word hits me then, truly hits me, not as a concept, but as a physical blow to the stomach. Nausea rolls over me, hot and sudden. My vision swims at the edges, the bright fluorescent lights of the hallway blurring into streaks of aggressive white, because I didn't get TikTok. I push the door open. The sound of the office hits me, a low hum of chatter, the clacking of keyboards, the beep of the elevator banks. It sounds like a machine that runs perfectly fine without me. I step out. The door hisses shut behind me, sealing them inside their fishbowl. A young woman, Chloe, my junior copywriter, is walking past with a stack of proofs. She stops when she sees me. She sees the envelope. She sees the set of my jaw. Her eyes widen. She knows. In this office, secrets travel faster than light. She opens her mouth to speak, but I look past her, focusing on the abstract painting hanging on the far wall, a splash of violent red against a gray background. I can't speak to her. If I speak, the dam will break. I have to make it to my office, 40 feet, just 40 feet of plush gray carpet. I start walking, one foot in front of the other, heel, toe, heel, toe. My heels sink slightly into the pile, making me feel unmoored, unstable. Don't look down, I tell myself. Chin up, shoulders back. But my hands are shaking. The envelope is trembling in my grip. My office is a corner suite, glass-walled on two sides, overlooking the sprawling gray grid of downtown. For years, this view made me feel like a captain on the bridge of a starship. Now, the city looks indifferent, a machine that grinds on regardless of who is watching. I reach my door. The nameplate is brushed aluminum, Regina Vance, Executive Creative Director. I stare at the letters. They look permanent, bolted on. I wonder how long it will take a maintenance man with a flathead screwdriver to pry them off. 5 minutes. 3. Behind me, the soft, rhythmic squeak of rubber soles on carpet announces an arrival. I don't turn around immediately. I take a breath, smelling the stale, recycled air of the corridor, and unclench my jaw. Ms. Vance! The voice is high, breathy. I turn. It's a girl I've seen near the break room, usually blending kale smoothies. She's holding a flattened cardboard box against her chest like a shield. She wears a lanyard that says, People Ops. Hello, I say. My voice surprises me. It sounds bored. I'm here to assist with the collection of personal effects, she stammers. She won't look at my eyes. She's staring at the emerald silk of my blouse, somewhere near my left shoulder. Open it, I say, gesturing to the box. She fumbles, her fingers struggling with the stiff cardboard flaps. Pop, pop, pop. The sound of the box taking shape is obscenely loud in the quiet hallway. She hands it to me. I walk into my office. She follows, hovering in the doorway like a prison guard who is afraid of the inmate. The room is silent. My ergonomic chair is turned slightly to the left. Exactly how I left it 2 hours ago when I went to the meeting. A half-drunk cup of tea sits on a coaster, a stone-cold monument to a morning that no longer exists. I place the box on the desk. What to take? The shelves behind me are lined with books on typography, art history, consumer psychology. I leave them. They are heavy, and I suddenly feel very tired. I look at the row of awards, the Cannes Lion, the Clio, the heavy glass obelisk from the Ad Council. I reach for the lion. The brass is freezing. It weighs about 10 pounds. I hold it for a moment, the jagged edges of the stylized mane pressing into my palm. It hurts. It feels good. I drop it into the box. Thud. The sound makes the girl in the doorway jump. I sweep a framed photo off the desk, me and David, 20 years ago, grinning, covered in champagne after the Ford pitch. We look so young, so hungry. I look at his face in the photo, bright, loyal, and then I think of his face in the boardroom, studying the wood grain while he cut my throat. I turn the frame face down and slide it into the box. Ms. Vance, I need to collect your badge and your laptop, the girl whispers. I pull the laptop from its docking station. The screen flickers and dies. I close it. I place it on the corner of the desk, away from me. I unclip my badge from my belt. The retractable cord zips back with a sharp zzzt. I place the plastic square next to the computer. My identity, stripped and piled on a veneer surface. Is that all? She asks. She's checking a list on her phone. I look around the room. There is a potted fiddle leaf fig in the corner. I've watered it every Tuesday for 6 years. It has a new leaf unfurling, pale green and waxy. Water the plant, I say. Excuse me? The fig, it needs water on Tuesdays. Don't let it die just because I'm not here. I pick up the box. It's lighter than I expected. 19 years of blood, sweat, and missed birthdays, and it fits in a box that I can carry with one arm. I walk past her. She scrambles to keep up, acting as the escort Marcus promised. We walk back through the main floor. The silence has changed. It's no longer the hum of work. It's the silence of observation. Heads are bowed, but eyes are darting. I can feel them. They are texting each other. She's leaving, right now, with a box. I keep my chin parallel to the floor. I focus on the rhythm of my heels. Click, click, click. I am a metronome of dignity. We reach the elevators. I press the button. The arrow lights up red. Down. The doors slide open, revealing a mirrored interior. I step in. The girl hesitates, then steps in beside me. The doors close, cutting off the view of the open-plan zoo. We descend. The numbers count down. 30, 29, 28. My reflection stares back at me. The fluorescent light in the elevator is unflattering, green-tinged. It highlights the deep grooves running from my nose to the corners of my mouth. It catches the silver strands at my temples that I usually pay a stylist $300 to blend into the black. I look obsolete. A sharp ping from the girl's pocket breaks the silence. A notification. A tick-tock sound. That mindless, repetitive musical loop. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. She frantically silences it, her face flushing crimson. Sorry, she squeaks. I stare straight ahead at the metal doors. The irony is so thick I could choke on it. The doors open at the lobby. The air here is different, warmer, smelling of coffee from the atrium stand and the faint exhaust of the city. I walk toward the revolving doors. Ralph is at the security desk. He's a big man, Haitian, with a laugh that usually rattles the windows. He sees me, sees the box, sees the girl trailing me. His smile dies instantly. He stands up. "Ms. Vance?" he asks, confused. I pause. This is the first crack in the armor. Ralph knows about my grandson's asthma. I know about his daughter's scholarship. "I'm heading out, Ralph," I say. "For the day?" he asks, hoping I'll say yes. "For good." His face falls. He looks at the girl from People Ops with a sudden, sharp glare that makes her shrink back. Then he looks at me, and he nods. A slow, solemn dip of his chin. A salute. "You take care, Ms. Vance. You're the best of them." My throat tightens. A hard, hot lump forms instantly. I can't speak, so I nod back. I push through the revolving door. The glass sweeps me out, depositing me onto the sidewalk. The noise of the city hits me like a physical wave. Sirens, shouting, the rumble of a bus. It's chaotic and loud and smells of hot asphalt. I walk to the curb. My car is parked in the garage, but I can't go there. I can't be in the dark, underground concrete box right now. I need sky, even if it's a gray, polluted sky. I raise a hand. A yellow cab swerves toward me immediately. I open the door and slide onto the cracked vinyl seat. "Where to?" the driver asks. He doesn't look back. "West," I say. "Just drive west." He shrugs and pulls into traffic. I put the box on the seat next to me. I lean my head back against the headrest. The vibration of the car travels through my spine. I close my eyes, and then, finally, my hands start to shake. It starts in the fingers, a subtle tremor, then travels up my wrists to my elbows until my whole body is vibrating. I wrap my arms around myself, hugging my ribcage, trying to hold the pieces together. Fired. My phone buzzes in my purse, a long, sustained vibration. Someone is calling. I open my eyes and pull it out. The screen lights up with a name. Marcus, he's calling me, 5 minutes after I left the building. I stare at the screen. My thumb hovers over the red icon, but then I see a text message slide down from the top of the screen, from Chloe, my junior copywriter. Don't answer him. They locked the server and realized they don't have the admin key for the archives. They need you. A sound escapes my lips. It's a laugh. Dry, jagged, and devoid of humor. I look at the phone. Marcus is still flashing. I roll down the window. The wind rushes in, loud and violent. My thumb hovers over the decline button. The phone is still vibrating against my palm like a captured insect, frantic and demanding. Marcus. The name pulses on the screen. I don't answer. I don't decline it, either. I simply press the side button, holding it down until the screen goes black and the vibration dies. The silence that follows is heavy, but it belongs to me. I look out the window. The city is a blur of gray concrete and flashing brake lights. We are crossing the bridge now, the water below churning, dark and restless. It reminds me of the ink I used to buy in bulk, gallons of potential that could become anything. Now, I feel like spilled ink, staining, messy. "Here?" the driver asks. We are in front of my building. It's a pre-war limestone on the Upper West Side, the kind of building that whispers old money, even though I earned every cent of mine in the last 40 years. Yes, I say. I hand him a bill, over-tipping because I can't bear the intimacy of waiting for change. I haul the box out of the cab. The doorman, Eddie, rushes down the steps. "Miss Vance, you're home early." He reaches for the box, his eyebrows knitting together when he feels the weight of the brass lion inside. "Let me get that." "Thank you." "Eddie." I don't explain. I don't tell him that the woman who usually walks through these doors at 8 p.m. with a takeout salad and a headache is gone. The elevator ride up to the 14th floor is smooth, silent. No mirrors this time. Just brushed gold and the smell of lemon polish. I unlock my door and step inside. My apartment is perfect. It is a gallery of my taste. Mid-century modern furniture, a hand-woven rug from Morocco, a wall of windows overlooking the park. It is clean, quiet, and cold. I drop the box on the foyer table. It lands next to a bowl of dried lavender. I walk into the kitchen. The stainless steel appliances gleam. I open the freezer. I grab the bottle of vodka, Belvedere. I don't bother with a glass. I take a swig straight from the bottle. The liquid burns, a sharp, icy fire that sears my throat and settles in my stomach, warring with the nausea. I lean against the marble island, gripping the edge until my knuckles turn the color of parchment. What now? The question echoes in the empty room. For 19 years, my now was dictated by Outlook calendars and client emergencies. I have no calendar. I have no emergencies. I have a severance package and a potted fig plant that needs water on Tuesdays. My personal phone, the one I didn't turn off, chimes from my purse, a distinct, cheerful, melodic trill. It's not work. It's Maya, my granddaughter. I pull the phone out. FaceTime request. Maya. I hesitate. My face feels slack. My eyes likely look hollow. But Maya is the only person on this earth who calls me Nana and not Miss. Vance. I swipe green. Nana, look at my hair. Maya's face fills the screen. She is 21, a junior at NYU, studying film. She has my nose and her mother's defiant chin. Her hair is currently braided with bright purple extensions. It's vibrant, I say, forcing the corners of my mouth up. It feels like lifting weights. Maya stops smiling. She brings the phone closer to her face, her eyes narrow. "Where are you?" she asks. "The light is weird. You're at home. It's 3 p.m. I can't lie to her. I never could. "I'm home. Are you sick?" "No." I take a breath. It shudders on the way out. "I was fired, Maya." The silence on the line is absolute. Maya's mouth forms a perfect oh. "Fired? You? That's like firing the Pope. The Pope doesn't have a 27-year-old boss named Marcus who thinks he's a visionary because he wears hoodies to board meetings." "Marcus?" Maya scowls. "The crypto bro guy you told me about. The one who says synergy unironically?" "The very same. He says I don't get the new ecosystem, specifically TikTok." Maya snorts, a loud, unladylike sound that I adore. "You practically invented viral marketing before the internet existed, Nana. Remember the Whisper campaign? That was viral." "It was print," I say, feeling the sting of nostalgia. "It was iconic," she corrects. Then her expression shifts. She looks down, tapping on something off-screen. Wait a second." "What?" "I'm on the Sterling and Moss account right now. Nana, did you see this?" "See what?" "They posted a video, like 20 minutes ago. It's pinned." My stomach drops. "I don't have the app, Maya. You know that. Hold on. I'm screen sharing. Look." My phone screen splits. On one side, Maya's concerned face. On the other, the vertical, chaotic interface of TikTok. The video starts. It's Marcus. He's standing in my office. My books are still on the shelves behind him. He's holding a Red Bull in one hand and making exaggerated hand gestures. The caption reads, POV. We finally took out the trash. Hashtag new era, hashtag digital first, hashtag OK boomer. He's lip-syncing to a trending audio, something about out with the old, in with the new. He does a little dance, a shimmy, and then points to my empty chair. He spins the chair. It looks lonely. Then he cuts to a clip of the team, my team, cheering and popping confetti cannons. They look forced, awkward, but they are cheering. The video ends on a freeze frame of Marcus winking. I stare at the tiny screen. My blood isn't cold anymore. It is boiling. It is lava. He called me trash, I whisper. He used the broom emoji, Maya says, her voice low and dangerous. Nana, that's ageist as hell. And he's filming in your office before your seat is even cold. He said I was vintage. Now I'm trash. I look at the loop. Marcus winking. Marcus spinning my chair. The disrespect is so casual, so performative. It's not just a firing. It's content. He turned the destruction of my career into a 15-second dopamine hit for strangers. I'm going to kill him, I say. The thought is calm, rational. Better idea, Maya says. Her eyes are gleaming. Destroy him, on his own turf. I don't know how to use the damn app, Maya. That's the whole point. I do, she says. And you have something he doesn't have. What? A severance package and arthritis. Receipts. Nana. You have taste. And you have a story. People on TikTok love a villain, sure, but they love a takedown even more, especially when the villain is a tech bro douchebag. I look at the bottle of vodka. I look at the brass lion in the box. Then I look at the screen where Marcus is winking at me over and over again. I am Regina Vance. I have survived mergers and recessions. I will not be a hashtag in some boy's engagement strategy. Come over, I say to Maya. I have a semiotics lecture in 20 minutes. Cut it. Bring your ring light. And bring wine. Maya grins. It's a shark's grin. I'm on my way. I hang up. I walk to the bathroom. I wash my face with freezing water. I look at myself in the mirror. The tiredness is still there, but the shock has been replaced by something harder, something sharp. I walk back to the living room. I sit on my sofa, pick up my phone, and for the first time in my life, I open the App Store. I type 2 syllables into the search bar. TikTok. The icon looks like a musical note that's vibrating. A glitch. I press Get. The little circle spins. Loading. Loading. Downloaded. I tap the icon. The screen explodes with color and noise. A girl dancing in a kitchen. Swipe. A dog talking with buttons. Swipe. Someone popping a pimple. Swipe. And then, the algorithm, terrifyingly fast, feeds me Marcus. The video has 40,000 likes already. I watch it again. POV. We finally took out the trash. I don't swipe away this time. I stare at his face. Okay, Marcus, I say to the empty room. Let's play. I tap the button that says, Sign up. The doorbell doesn't ring. It screams. Maya leans on the buzzer until I buzz her up, her urgency vibrating through the intercom. When I open the door, she sweeps in like a colorful hurricane. She is wearing oversized cargo pants and a crop top that says, Eat the Rich. She is carrying a ring light, a tripod, 2 iPhones, and a bottle of Pinot Noir that costs $12. We have work to do, she says, bypassing a greeting entirely. She kicks off her sneakers, heavy, platformed things, and marches into the living room. She surveys my sanctuary with a critical eye. Okay, the lighting in here is actually gorgeous, she mutters, holding up her hands to frame a shot. Golden hour hitting the park view, chef's kiss. Very rich auntie-aesthetic. The algorithm loves wealth porn. I am not making wealth porn, Maya, I say, closing the door. The lock clicks shut, sealing us in. I am making a rebuttal. No, Maya corrects, spinning around. Her braids whip through the air. You are making a brand, A rebuttal is defensive. A brand is offensive. We need to position you not as the victim, but as the matriarch, the authority. She starts moving furniture. My Eames lounge chair is dragged to the center of the rug. She clears the coffee table of my art books and replaces them with a single, sculptural vase. Sit, she commands. I sit. The leather is cool and familiar against my back. I cross my legs. I smooth the emerald silk of my blouse. I feel ridiculous. Here, she says, uncorking the wine and pouring it into one of my crystal stems. She hands it to me. Prop. Also, courage. I take a sip. It's too sweet. Fruity and young, but the alcohol helps untie the knot in my stomach. Maya sets up the tripod. She clamps her phone into it. She adjusts the ring light until it casts a soft, angelic glow on my face, erasing the shadows under my eyes. Okay, Nana, here's the strategy. We don't stitch Marcus's video directly. That gives him engagement. We ignore him, but we answer him. You understand? Subtweet him, I say. I know some words. Maya grins. Exactly. Now, look at the lens. Not at yourself. At the lens. Imagine Marcus is trapped inside that little black circle. Imagine he's 2 inches tall and you're about to step on him. I look at the lens, a black, unblinking eye. What do I say? Tell them who you are, tell them what you've done, and tell them why you're not trash. I take a breath. The apartment is silent. The hum of the refrigerator in the kitchen is the only sound. I look at the lens. I think of the conference room. I think of the empty chair spinning. I think of the 19 years I gave that place, the weekends I missed, the holidays I spent on conference calls while my family ate dinner without me. I feel a heat rising in my chest. It's not the hot flash of menopause. It's the slow, steady burn of righteous indignation. Rolling, Maya whispers. I lean forward slightly. I swirl the wine in the glass. The liquid catches the light, ruby red. They told me I didn't understand the new economy, I begin. My voice is low, the same voice I used to sell luxury sedans and diamond-encrusted watches. It is silk wrapped around steel. They said I was vintage. They said my seat at the table, a table I built with my own hands, was needed for someone fresher. I pause. I take a sip of wine. I hold the eye contact with the lens. My name is Regina Vance. For 40 years, I have told you what to buy, what to wear, and how to feel. If you remember the Whisper perfume campaign of 1998, that was me. If you cried during the homecoming commercial for Delta in 2012, that was me. I have shaped the cultural conversation from the shadows. I lean back. I let a small, dangerous smile touch my lips. Today, I was fired by a boy in a hoodie who thinks viral is a strategy and loyalty is an outdated concept. He called me trash. I tilt my head. But here is the thing about vintage. Darling, vintage appreciates in value. Trends, they end up in a landfill. I'm not going anywhere. In fact, I'm just getting started. I raise the glass in a mock toast. Welcome to the masterclass. Cut, Maya yells. She is practically vibrating. Oh my God, Nana, that was from chilling. The pause, the sip. I have goosebumps. Was it too much? I ask, suddenly feeling the adrenaline crash. My hands start to tremble again. It was perfect. Don't move. We need a cover photo. She snaps a dozen photos of me holding the wine, looking imperious and unbothered. Then she sits on the floor, her thumbs flying across the screen. She is editing. I watch her. She is a virtuoso in her own medium. Cut, splice, filter, caption. She adds music, a classical piece, heavy on the cello, something dramatic and sophisticated. Username, she mutters. Regina Vance is taken by some teenager in Ohio. The real Regina Vance? I suggest. Too desperate. How about the Regina Vance, like The Ohio State University. It implies there is only one. I like it. Bio. Executive Creative Director. 40 years in the game. The masterclass begins now. She holds the phone up to me. Ready to launch? My finger hovers over the pink post button. This is it. Once I press this, I am no longer a private citizen. I am content. I am opening the door to the trolls, the critics, the noise. But then I see Marcus's face in my mind again. Winking. I press the button. Posted. Now what? I ask, feeling a strange mix of relief and terror. Now, Maya says, pouring herself a glass of wine. We wait. The algorithm needs to digest it. It takes about an hour to hit the For You page if it's going to pop. We sit in the living room as the sun goes down. The sky turns from blue to bruised purple. We talk about her classes. About my son, her father, who is currently in Tokyo for business and doesn't know I've been fired yet. I don't tell him, not yet. 40 minutes pass. My phone lies on the coffee table, screen down. Check it, Maya says. I pick it up. My hand is sweaty. I unlock the screen. I open TikTok. I go to my profile. The video has a red number next to it. 2,400 views. That's good? I ask. In 40 minutes for a new account? That's very good, Maya says. Refresh it. I pull down on the screen. The little wheel spins. 10.5K views. My breath catches. It jumped. Refresh again. 18.2K views. The notifications tab at the bottom is exploding. New follower, new follower. Comment, Queen. Comment, wait, is this the lady Marcus fired? Comment, the shade. Comment, Mommy? Why are they calling me Mommy? I ask, horrified. Maya laughs so hard she spills wine on the rug. It's a compliment, Nana. It means you're boss, you're dominant. It's weird. It's working. I tap on the comments. Sarah J. The way she holds that wine glass just called me poor. Ad life. Anon. Wait, I work at S&M. This is legit. Marcus is going to freak. Oh, marketing guru. Regina Vance is a legend. Big mistake letting her go. And then, one comment catches my eye. It has a blue checkmark next to it. A verified account. Daily Ad News. Is this confirmed? Regina Vance out at Sterling and Moss. DM us. The press is watching, I whisper. Maya leans over my shoulder. Told you. Receipts. Suddenly, a notification drops down from the top of the screen. It's not TikTok. It's a text message. From Marcus. Regina, take that down. Now. You signed an NDA. I stare at the message. The audacity. He's watching. He's scared. He says I signed an NDA, I tell Maya. Maya's eyes narrow. Did you mention the company name in the video? No. Did you mention his name? No. Did you reveal any trade secrets? Just that I was fired for being vintage. Then he can't touch you. He's bluffing. I look at the phone. I type a reply. My fingers are steady now. I didn't breach the NDA, Marcus. I just told a story about a generic workplace transition. If the shoe fits, wear it. Or maybe swipe up. I hit send. We need another one, I say to Maya. The hunger is back. The same hunger I used to feel before a pitch. Tomorrow, we film The Lion. Maya smiles. I'll skip my morning class. The sun has set. The city lights are blinking on outside my window. For the first time all day, the ring light doesn't feel like an interrogation lamp. It feels like a spotlight. Next morning, I wake up to the smell of burning toast and the realization that the world has shifted while I slept. The light in my bedroom is pale, filtered through the linen curtains, a soft, forgiving gray. For a moment, just a fraction of a second, I forget. I reach for my glasses to check the time, my body instinctively bracing for the 8:30 a.m. status meeting. Then the silence of the apartment hits me. No meeting, no commute, no job. I sit up. My joints are stiff, the morning ache that settles in the lower back, a reminder that the warranty on this body expired a decade ago. I slide my feet into slippers. In the living room, Maya is asleep on the sofa, tangled in a cashmere throw. Her mouth is slightly open, a thin line of drool threatening my vintage Moroccan cushion. The air smells of charred bread. I walk to the kitchen. The toaster is smoking slightly. I pop the lever. My phone is sitting on the marble island where I left it. It looks innocent, a black slab of glass and metal, but the notification light is pulsing, a rapid, frantic blink. I pick it up. 2.1 million views. I stare at the number. The comma is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. My follower count has jumped from 0 to 54,000 overnight. My inbox is capped at 99 plus. I tap a few comments. @exec real. She didn't just spill the tea, she shattered the china. Gen Z warrior. This energy, immaculate. Drop the skincare routine next. Marcus sucks. Wait, is this about Sterling and Moss? Their stock is down 2% this morning. Nana? Maya is standing in the doorway, rubbing her eyes. Her purple braids are a chaotic halo. Good morning, I say. It seems we have an audience. Maya shuffles over, takes the phone, and squints. Her eyes widen. She lets out a low whistle. 2 million? Nana. That's viral. That's Good Morning America viral. Don't be dramatic. I'm serious. You're a trend. Look at the stitches. She taps the screen. Dozens of videos appear. Young people Marcus's age, are stitching my video. They are reacting to it. Some are staring in awe. Others are nodding along. One young woman is crying, captioning it. My boss fired me yesterday via Zoom. I needed this. I feel a strange sensation in my chest. It's not pride, exactly. It's weight, responsibility. Yesterday, this was revenge. Today, it feels like I've accidentally started a movement. What's the plan? Maya asks, stealing the burnt toast and biting into it. I look at the brass lion sitting in the box in the foyer. Get the camera, I say. We set up in the dining room this time. The light is sharper here, more clinical. I place the canned lion on the dark wood table. It is heavy, cold, and dangerous looking. I polish a smudge off the brass flank with the sleeve of my silk robe. Maya clamps the phone. Action. I don't look at the camera immediately. I look at the lion. I trace the inscription with a manicured fingernail. Grand Prix, 2004. They call this a paperweight now, I say, my voice soft, almost a whisper. I look up. The lens captures the sharpness of my gaze. It weighs 9 pounds. I won it for a campaign that saved a non-profit from bankruptcy. It took 6 months of research, 3 weeks of shooting in the rain, and 400 drafts of copy. I pause. I pick up the lion. I hold it like a weapon. You can't algorithm this. You can't hack this. You can't get this by dancing to a trending audio. I set it down. Thud. The sound is heavy, final. Marcus told me I was too slow. He said I overthought things. But here is the secret about speed, darlings. Fast is cheap, and cheap breaks. I lean in. I build things that last. Do you? Cut, Maya says. She looks at me. Her expression serious. You're scary when you're in the zone. I love it. We post it. 20 minutes later, the buzzer to my apartment rings. Not the polite chime of a guest, but the insistent long press of a delivery. I check the video monitor. It's a courier, a man in a helmet holding a thick, rigid envelope with a red stripe. Delivery for Ms. Vance, the tinny voice says. My stomach tightens. The thrill of the likes evaporates. Send him up, I say. Maya watches me. What is it? We're about to find out. I open the door. The courier hands me the envelope, demands a signature on a digital pad, and leaves. The envelope is heavy. The return address is embossed, Sterling and Moss, Office of the General Counsel. I walk to the kitchen island. I use a silver letter opener to slit the top. The sound of tearing paper is loud in the silent room. I pull out the documents. 3 pages. Heavy bond paper. Cease and desist. Regarding the unauthorized disclosure of proprietary company dynamics, potential defamation of character regarding Mr. Marcus Thorne, violation of non-disparagement clause. I scan the legalese. They are threatening to sue me for damages. They are threatening to claw back my severance. My hands start to shake again, not from fear this time, but from rage. They fired me, humiliated me, and now they want to silence me because I dared to speak up on an app they claimed I was too old to understand. Legal threat, Maya asks, reading my face. They want me to delete the account, or they'll sue. Can they? I didn't name them, I say, my voice steadying. I didn't name Marcus. I am telling my story. It's my life. They don't own my biography. My phone rings. It's not a FaceTime. It's a voice call. David, the CEO, my oldest friend, the man who stared at the table while Marcus fired me. I look at the phone. I look at the legal letter. Maya, I say, start recording. What? Record me. Just the audio. From your phone. Maya scrambles to open her voice memo app. She nods. I answer the phone. I put it on speaker. Hello, David, I say. Regina. His voice is breathless, tight. He sounds like he's walking fast. Regina, for God's sake. What are you doing? I'm having coffee with my granddaughter. What are you doing, David? I just came from a board emergency session. Marcus is losing his mind. The clients are asking questions. Ford called Regina. Ford. Tell them I said hello. Regina, please. You have to take the videos down. Legal sent a courier. I'm reading it right now, I interrupt. It's very poorly written. Did Marcus write this too? It has a typo in the second paragraph. It's not a joke, David snaps. His voice cracks. They will come for the severance, Regina. They will tie you up in court for years. You know how this works. You don't have the war chest for this. I don't need a war chest, David, I say, leaning against the counter. I feel a sudden surge of power. I have an audience. Do you know how many views I have? I don't care about the views. 2 million people saw me drink wine yesterday. How many people saw your latest car commercial? 300,000. Maybe? Regina. If you sue me, David, I will make a video about the lawsuit. I will read every single page of this cease and desist on a live stream. I will turn the courtroom into a content farm. Do you really want that? Do you want Sterling and Moss to be the villain in a global serialized drama about ageism? Silence. The line hums. I can hear David breathing. I can hear the wheels turning in his head. He knows I'm right. He knows that PR disasters are worse than legal battles. What do you want? He asks quietly. I smile. It is a shark's smile. I want an apology, I say, publicly. Marcus will never do that. Then I keep posting. Regina, be reasonable. I can get them to increase the severance. Another 6 months of salary. Just go quietly, please. For the sake of our history. I look at the photo of us on my fridge. Young, happy, clueless. I reach out and take the magnet off. The photo flutters to the floor. Our history ended when you let a child throw me out like garbage, David. I hang up. Maya stops the recording. Her eyes are saucer-wide. You just threatened the CEO, she whispers. No, I say, picking up the legal letter and crumpling it into a ball. I just negotiated. I throw the paper ball into the trash. It hits the rim and bounces out. I don't care. Nana, Maya says, looking at her phone. The lion video. It's been up for 10 minutes. And 50,000 likes. And, oh my God. What? Someone stitched it. Someone verified. It's It's a reporter from the New York Times. She wants to interview you. I feel a chill run down my spine. This is leaving the digital sandbox. This is becoming real news. I look at the window. The city looks different today. It doesn't look indifferent anymore. It looks like it's waiting for my next move. Tell her I'm available, I say. But on my terms. She comes here, and she brings her own photographer. I'm not leaving the apartment. Why? Because, I say, tightening the belt of my robe. This is the headquarters now. I walk to the window, down on the street. 12 stories below, a black SUV is idling. It has tinted windows. It might be a neighbor. It might be an Uber. But the paranoia is pricking at the back of my neck. Marcus isn't just a boy in a hoodie. He has the resources of $1 billion agency behind him, and I just poked the bear in the eye. Maya, I say quietly, lock the door. The journalist from the Times is younger than I expected. Her name is Elena, and she sits on the edge of my Eames chair with the posture of a predatory bird. She wears practical shoes and holds a digital recorder that hums with a faint, electric static. So, Elena says, her eyes flicking from the brass lion on the table to the view of the park. You're saying this isn't about you, it's about the industry. I pour tea, Earl Grey. The steam rises in a perfect, fragrant column between us. I am wearing a white structured blazer, a visual palette cleanser. I want to look like the future, not the past. I'm saying that wisdom is being treated as a liability, I correct her. My voice is measured, calibrated for the recorder. We have fetishized youth to the point where experience is viewed as a glitch. Marcus Thorne didn't just fire me, he tried to delete me. There is a difference. Elena nods. She scribbles something in a notebook. The scratch of her pen is loud in the quiet room. And the legal threats, she asks, not looking up. Intimidation tactics, I say smoothly. Standard operating procedure for a company that knows it has lost the moral high ground. Maya is in the corner, ostensibly checking lighting but actually monitoring the perimeter. She hasn't left the window for an hour. The black SUV is still there. The interview lasts 45 minutes. I give Elena the sound bites she needs, sharp, memorable, printable. I control the narrative like I used to control a boardroom. When she leaves, shaking my hand with a grip that is surprisingly strong, I feel a wave of exhaustion crash over me. Performing invincibility is heavier work than actually being invincible. I lock the door behind her. I lean my forehead against the cool wood. You killed that, Maya says from the living room. Her voice is tight, though. But Nana, come look at this. I walk over. Maya is sitting on the floor, surrounded by screens. Her laptop, my iPad, her phone, the war room. What is it? Marcus isn't waiting for the article, she says. He's trying to get ahead of the news cycle. He just dropped something on the company's official channel. My stomach turns over. A cold, heavy stone drops into my gut. Show me. Maya hesitates. It's mean. Nana. Like high school mean. Play it. She taps the spacebar. The video opens with a glitch effect. Harsh, discordant electronic noise. Then a title card. When boomers try to tech. It's a montage. But it's not just a montage. It's a butchery. They've pulled footage from internal Zoom meetings over the last 3 years. They've taken moments where the connection froze, making me look like I'm staring blankly into space, mouth agape. They've isolated audio clips of me asking, "Can you hear me?" and looped them over a beat to make me sound confused, senile. There's a clip of me squinting at a spreadsheet sharing because I had the wrong glasses on. They've zoomed in on my squint until it looks grotesque. And then, the kicker, a hidden camera shot. It's from the break room 2 months ago. I'm struggling to open a new complicated coffee pod machine. I look frustrated. I mutter, "Damn contraption." The video edits in a laugh track. A cruel, canned sitcom audience laughing at the old woman who can't make coffee. The caption reads, "Our former ECD struggling with basic machinery. Maybe it was time for a nap. Hashtag OKBoomer. Hashtag tech literacy. Hashtag buy Regina." The video ends. The silence in my living room is absolute. The humiliation burns my skin. It feels physical, like a rash spreading up my neck. They didn't attack my work. They attacked my dignity. They stripped away my intellect and painted me as a bumbling, incompetent relic. I sit down on the sofa. My knees feel like water. "It has 100,000 views in 10 minutes, Maya whispers, her voice trembling with rage. The comments, they're laughing, they're tagging their grandmas. I stare at the blank TV screen. I see myself in the reflection. I look small. "He has the archives," I say quietly. "He has access to every meeting recording, every security camera." "It's a deep fake of reality," Maya spits. "It's out of context. It's gaslighting." "It's effective," I say. "Look at me, Maya, in that video. I look old. I look confused." "You look human," Maya yells. She stands up, pacing. Who hasn't struggled with a coffee machine? Who hasn't had a Zoom freeze? He's weaponizing normal human error. "It doesn't matter," I say, feeling the fight drain out of me. The narrative is shifting. Yesterday, I was the queen. Today, I'm the joke. I close my eyes. I can feel the headache blooming behind my temples, a sharp, rhythmic thumping. Maybe he's right. Maybe I am too old for this fight. Maybe I should have taken the severance, gone to Tuscany, and watered my plants. Ding. My phone. I ignore it. Ding, ding, ding. "Nana," Maya says, "check your DMs." "I don't want to see the hate mail, Maya." "It's not hate mail. Look." I pick up the phone. I open the inbox. It's flooded, but it's not trolls. Draceris are creative. "I was in that Zoom meeting. The internet was down for the whole building. You were the only one who stayed calm. This edit is trash. Design lead, 29. I worked with Regina Vance. She taught me everything I know. This video is a lie. Hashtag stand with Regina, a coffee guy. I designed that coffee machine. It sucks. Everyone hates it. You're not the problem." And then a video message. From Chloe. "My junior copywriter. The one who warned me not to answer Marcus's call." I tap it. Chloe is sitting in her car. She looks terrified, glancing over her shoulder. "Ms. Vance," she whispers. "I can't believe they posted that. Listen, everyone inside is freaking out. Marcus is firing anyone who likes your posts. It's a witch hunt. But we found something. In the shared drive, before he locked it." She holds up a flash drive to the camera. "We have the raw footage of the meeting where he fired you. He recorded it for training purposes, but he forgot to stop recording after you left." My breath catches. "You need to see what he said about the clients, Ms. Vance. You need to see what he said about the board." Chloe lowers the drive. "I'm leaving it at the front desk of your building in an envelope marked DoorDash. Please get it before security sees it." The video ends. I look at Maya. The adrenaline is back. The headache is gone, replaced by a cold, crystalline clarity. "Maya," I say, "go downstairs. The SUV? Walk past it. If they follow you, come back. If they don't, get the envelope from the doorman." Maya grabs her keys. She doesn't ask questions. She is a soldier now. She leaves. The apartment is quiet again. I stand up. I walk to the mirror in the hallway. I look at the woman who was just mocked by thousands of teenagers. I look at the lines on her face. They are not flaws. They are battle scars. I go to the bathroom. I apply a fresh coat of lipstick, a deep, blood-red crimson. I walk back to the living room. I start moving the furniture. Maya bursts back in 3 minutes later. She is breathless. She is clutching a brown paper bag grease-stained from a burger joint. "They didn't look at me," she pants. "They're watching the balcony, I think. Here." She rips open the bag. Inside, buried under a handful of cold fries, is a silver USB drive. We plug it into the laptop. We watch the file. It's the conference room. I see myself leave. I see the door close. And then I see Marcus spin in his chair. "God, finally," he says on the recording. He laughs. "Did you see her face? Like a statue. I thought she was going to stroke out." David, my friend David, sighs. "It's done. Is the severance authorized?" "Who cares?" Marcus says. He puts his feet up on the mahogany table, my table. Once we pivot to the AI model, we won't need any of these dinosaurs. We can cut the whole creative department by Q4. Just feed the prompts into the generator and hire a few interns to polish it. The clients won't know the difference. They're idiots anyway, especially Ford. They'll buy whatever we tell them is trending. The video ends. The room is silent. Marcus didn't just fire me. He's planning to gut the company. He's planning to replace human creativity with algorithms. And he just called our biggest client an idiot on a recorded line. I look at Maya. She is grinning. It is a terrifying grin. "Nana," she says, "that's not a rebuttal. That's a nuclear bomb." "We don't post this," I say. Maya's face falls. "What? Why?" "This destroys him." "We don't post it," I repeat. "We live stream it." I point to the ring light. "Set it up. We're going live in 10 minutes. No edits. No filters. Just me, the truth, and a very captive audience." "What's the caption?" Maya asks, her thumbs hovering. I smooth my blazer. I check my lipstick in the reflection of the turned-off TV. The caption is, "Fired at 64? Let's talk about who really needs to retire." I sit in the chair. I fold my hands. "Hit the button, Maya." The countdown on the screen is a digital heartbeat. 3, 2, 1. The little badge in the corner turns a violent, pulsing red. Live. I am staring into the black void of the camera lens. Behind it, I know, are thousands of eyes. The number next to the eye icon spins like a slot machine. 500, 2,000, 15,000, 45,000. People were waiting. The drama has become appointment viewing. My hands are folded on the table. I am not holding wine. I am not holding the lion. I am holding nothing but my own composure. "Good evening," I say. My voice is steady, dropping into that lower register that used to silence boardrooms in Tokyo and London. Earlier today, a video was posted about me. It showed me struggling with a coffee machine. It was edited to make me look incompetent, to make me look expired. I pause. I lean forward, just an inch. It was a funny video. I laughed, because, frankly, that machine is terrible. The comments are flying up the screen so fast they are a blur of white text. "Queen, drag him." Why is she so calm? The lipstick is giving war paint. But while that video was being edited, I continue, I was thinking about something else. I was thinking about the difference between a glitch and a feature. Maya hands me the laptop. I angle it toward the camera. You see, my former employer, Sterling & Moss, believes that experience is a glitch. They believe that anyone over the age of 40 is a slow operating system that needs to be uninstalled. I press the space bar. The audio fills the room. It's tinny, coming from the laptop speakers, but crystal clear. Once we pivot to the AI model, we won't need any of these dinosaurs. We can cut the whole creative department by Q4. I watch the viewer count. It freezes for a second, then explodes. 100K, 150K. The clients won't know the difference. They're idiots anyway, especially Ford. They'll buy whatever we tell them is trending. I let the laughter, Marcus's cruel, arrogant laughter, hang in the air for 3 seconds. Then I stop the recording. I turn back to the camera. "To the creative team at Sterling & Moss," I say, speaking directly to the lens. "To Chloe, to Sarah, to the designers and the copywriters. You are not dinosaurs. You are the soul of the work. And you are being replaced by a prompt generator because your leadership thinks you are overhead costs." I take a breath. The silence in the apartment is heavy, charged with the electricity of what I just did. And to the clients, I say, my voice hardening. Specifically the team at Ford Motor Company, whom I have had the honor of serving for 12 years. You are not idiots. You deserve better than to be mocked by the people you pay millions of dollars to represent you. I pick up my tea. I take a sip. My name is Regina Vance. I don't know how to make a TikTok dance. I sometimes struggle with the coffee pod machine, but I know that integrity isn't a trend. It's the brand standard. I look at Maya. She nods. Class dismissed. Maya hits end stream. The red light dies. The room plunges back into analog silence. My heart is hammering against my ribs like a trapped bird. I let out a breath that feels like it's been held for 40 years. "Oh my God," Maya whispers. She is staring at her phone. "Nana, Twitter is broken. LinkedIn is broken. You are the #1 trending topic in the United States, above the president." "The numbers?" I ask, my voice sounding thin to my own ears. 300,000 live viewers, but the clips, they're already being reposted. It's over. He's done. I don't feel triumph. I feel a strange, hollow shaking in my limbs. It's the adrenaline crash. I just burned down the house I lived in for 2 decades. I lit the match, and I watched it burn. My phone rings. It's not David. The caller ID says, unknown number. I look at Maya. She shakes her head. Answer it. It's probably the Times again. I pick it up. "Hello? Regina?" The voice is deep, gravelly, familiar. It's Henry Ford III, or at least, the executive VP who represents the family on the marketing board. A man I have had dinner with. A man who sent flowers when my husband died. "Hello, Henry," I say. I sit up straighter, even though he can't see me. "I just watched your broadcast," he says. His tone is unreadable, flat. "I apologize for the method, Henry, but I thought you should know." "Did he really say that?" Henry asks. "About the AI? About us being idiots?" "He did. I have the full unedited file if you need forensic verification." There is a long pause. I can hear the hum of an office in the background, or maybe a private jet. With Henry, you never know. "We spend $400 million a year with your agency, Regina." "I know." "Not anymore," he says. My stomach drops. I expected this, but hearing it is different. I have just cost hundreds of people their jobs. The guilt washes over me, cold and sharp. "I understand," I say. "We're pulling the account effective immediately," Henry continues. "Legal is drafting the breach of contract notice now. That recording is cause for immediate termination, gross negligence and reputational damage. It's a slam dunk." "I'm sorry it came to this, Henry." "I'm not," he says. And then the tone shifts. There is a hint of warmth. "Regina, where are you going?" "Going." "Next. Where are you landing? You're not retiring. I saw the fire in your eyes on that screen. You're not done." I don't know. I suppose I'm unhireable now. I'm the whistleblower. Nobody hires the woman who live streams the board meeting. Henry laughs. It's a dry, short sound. "The old world wouldn't hire you. No. But the world just changed in the last 10 minutes. Listen to me. Don't sign anything with anyone else until we talk. I have a problem. I have a brand that needs to be saved from these digital natives, and I prefer to work with adults." He hangs up. I stare at the phone. "Who was that?" Maya asks. She is eating the cold French fries, her eyes glued to the scrolling comments on her laptop. "That was the client," I say. "Is he mad?" "He's pulling the account." Maya stops chewing. "Oh, that's bad for Marcus, right? But what about the other employees? Your friends?" "It's a disaster," I admit. "Sterling and Moss will likely collapse or be bought out for parts." I look out the window. The black SUV is gone. It drove away 5 minutes ago. The intimidation is over because there is nothing left to protect. The secret is out. Suddenly, the buzzer rings. I jump. Maya jumps. We look at the monitor. It's David. He's standing in the lobby. He looks disheveled. His tie is loosened. He isn't looking at the camera. He's looking at the floor. He looks like a man who has just walked out of a car crash. He's here, I say. Don't let him up, Maya says, standing up and moving in front of me defensively. He's the enemy. I look at his gray face on the grainy monitor. 19 years. We built the place together. He let Marcus break it, but he built it with me. He's not the enemy, Maya, I say softly. He's just a casualty. I press the button to unlock the door. Nana, are you sure? Turn off the cameras, Maya. Put the phone away. This isn't content anymore. I walk to the door and open it. I stand in the frame, waiting. I hear the elevator ding down the hall. I hear slow, heavy footsteps. David appears around the corner. He stops when he sees me. He looks old, truly old. The vitality that he tried so hard to project in the boardroom is gone. He is holding a cardboard box. You too, I ask. He nods slowly. The board convened 10 minutes after your stream ended. Marcus is out. I'm out. They appointed an interim CEO from the crisis management firm. He walks closer. He doesn't come in. He just stands in the hallway, holding his box of personal effects. You burned it down, Regina, he says. There is no anger in his voice, just sadness. I fumigated it, I correct him. Ford is gone. Delta is on the line. The stock is in free fall. And the employees? Severance packages are frozen until the audit is done. Everyone is in limbo. He looks at me, searching my face. Was it worth it? For the likes? For the views? I look at him. I think of the comments from the young creatives who felt seen. I think of Henry Ford calling me. I think of Marcus calling me trash. It wasn't for the likes, David. It was for the respect. He sighs. He shifts the box in his arms. Well, you got it. You're the most famous creative director in the world right now. He turns to leave. He looks so small walking away. David, I call out. He stops. I'm going to start something new, I say. The idea forms in my head as I speak it. It wasn't there a minute ago, but now it is solid, indestructible. Something small, something real, no algorithms, just craft. He doesn't turn around. I'm going to need a head of operations, I say. Someone who knows where the bodies are buried. Someone who knows how to apologize to Delta. David turns slowly. A flicker of life returns to his eyes. You'd hire me after I let him fire you. You made a mistake, David. You got scared of the future. But I'm not scared. I smile. I'm vintage. I appreciate the classics. David stares at me. Then, the corner of his mouth twitches, a ghost of a smile. I'll call you tomorrow, he says. He walks to the elevator. His step is a little lighter. I close the door. Maya is standing in the hallway, grinning. Did you just acquire the CEO of a billion-dollar company in your hallway? I believe I did. So, she says, holding up her phone. What's the next video? The comeback announcement. I walk past her toward the balcony. I slide the glass door open. The wind is cool. The city is sparkling below me, a grid of endless possibility. I breathe in the air. It smells of exhaust and rain and victory. No video, I say. Put the phone away, Maya. But the algorithm works for me now, I say, looking out at the skyline. I don't work for it. The adrenaline fades. It always does. It leaves behind a silence that demands to be filled, not with noise, but with substance. My dining room table is no longer a stage for a live stream. It is a desk. It is covered in legal pads, a laptop, 3 empty coffee mugs, and the brass lion, which is currently acting as a paperweight for a stack of NDA contracts. Maya is sitting across from me. She is no longer wearing the Eat the Rich crop top. She is wearing a button-down shirt, though she has kept the purple braids. She is typing furiously on her laptop, her face illuminated by the blue glow of the screen. "The inbox is at capacity," she murmurs, not looking up. "We have requests from 3 publishing houses for a memoir, a request from a skincare line for a partnership, and, oh, this is interesting, a masterclass offer." "Decline the memoir," I say, staring at the blank page of my sketchbook. I have a charcoal pencil in my hand. It feels gritty, real. I'm not done living the story yet. I can't write the ending. And the skincare? Tell them unless they can bottle dignity, I'm not interested. The buzzer rings. I don't jump this time. I know who it is. Maya buzzes him up. A minute later, David walks in. He is wearing a suit, but no tie. He looks lighter, as if shedding the weight of the corporate glass tower has physically decompressed his spine. He is carrying a leather portfolio and a bag of bagels. "Bagels," he announces, setting the bag on the island. "And bad news." "Give me the bagels first," Maya says, reaching for the bag. "The bad news isn't that bad," David amends, looking at me. He pulls a chair up to the dining table. He sits on my right. Maya is on my left, the triumvirate. "Sterling and Moss filed for bankruptcy protection this morning," David says. "Chapter 11, they're restructuring. Marcus is being sued by the board for breach of fiduciary duty." I nod. I feel a phantom pang of sympathy. Ghost pain for a limb that was cut off. I spent 19 years in that building. I know the receptionist's birthday. I know the smell of the carpet in the elevator. "And the non-compete?" I ask. "Null and void," David says, tapping the leather portfolio. "The judge threw it out. You're free, Regina. Legally, professionally, completely free." He slides a document toward me. It's an incorporation paper, Vance, NCO. "I took the liberty of drafting the articles of incorporation," he says. "I put myself down as COO, Maya as head of digital strategy. And you?" He points to the line at the top, President and Executive Creative Director. "It's a small shop," David says, "just the 3 of us, and about 6 freelancers from the old team who quit this morning to follow you." "6?" I ask. "Chloe, Sarah, the design lead. They're working from coffee shops right now waiting for your signal." I look at the paper, Vance & Co. It looks stark, terrifying, exciting. "We have no office," I say. "We have a living room," Maya counters, chewing on a poppy seed bagel. "And we have Wi-Fi. That's all we need." "We have no clients," I add. David smiles. He reaches into his portfolio again. He pulls out a thick, cream-colored envelope. The paper is heavy, textured. It whispers of old money and high stakes. "This arrived at my apartment this morning via courier," David says. "Addressed to you, care of me." I take the envelope. I recognize the watermark. Ford Motor Company. I open it. It's a brief, a single page. Project, legacy, objective. Reintroduce the brand to a generation that thinks cars are appliances. Prove that history matters. Budget, undisclosed. Deadline, 1 week. There is a handwritten note at the bottom from Henry. "Show me what vintage can do." I stare at the page. The weight of it settles in my chest. This isn't a viral video. I can't edit this with a clever caption and a trending song. This is the work. This is the grind. This is the thing Marcus said I couldn't do anymore. 1 week, I whisper, to pitch a global campaign from a dining room table. "We can do it," Maya says. She closes her laptop. She looks at me. Her eyes are bright, hungry. She isn't looking at me like a grandmother anymore. She is looking at me like a boss. "We have the attention, Nana. Now we have to earn it." "It's a risk," David warns, ever the pragmatist. "If we fail this, the comeback story dies. You go from hero to one-hit wonder in the news cycle." I look at the charcoal pencil in my hand. I look at the smudges on my fingers. I stand up. I walk to the window. The city is churning below, a river of yellow cabs and gray concrete. Somewhere out there, Marcus is likely sitting in a lawyer's office, blaming the algorithm for his failure. I turn back to them. Maya, I say, set up the tripod. We're filming? She asks, surprised. No, I say. We're not filming. I want you to set it up in the corner and leave it off. I want the blank lens watching us. Why? To remind us, I say, walking back to the table. To remind us that we don't perform for the camera anymore. The camera waits for us. I sit down. I smooth the brief flat on the table. David, get Chloe on a secure line. I need copy options by noon. Maya, I need a mood board that mixes 1960s grit with 2024 chaos. I want grain. I want texture. And you? David asks, picking up his phone to dial. I pick up the charcoal. I look at the blank white page of the sketchbook. It's intimidating. It's perfect. I'm going to work, I say. I touch the charcoal to the paper. It makes a scratching sound, rough, friction-heavy, tactile. It's the sound of creation. The phone on the table buzzes. A notification. TikTok. Marcus Thorne just posted a video. My truth. Maya reaches for it. Don't, I say sharply. Maya freezes. Let it buzz, I say. We don't watch him. We don't acknowledge him. He's content. We are the agency. Maya smiles. She flips the phone face down. The buzzing stops. The room is quiet, save for the scratching of my pencil and the murmur of David's voice on the phone. I draw a line, then another. The shape of a car begins to emerge from the darkness of the graphite. Not a machine, but a beast. Something with a pulse. I am Regina Vance. I am 64 years old, and I am just getting started.